Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to today's YouTube video. In today's video, we will once again be going over the current state of Bitcoin and the current state of Ethereum. What can we expect this week? Is the local top in or not? Will we go up? Will we go down this week? Everything will be discussed in today's video. Before we dive straight into it, I just want to ask you guys to please follow me on Twitter. I'm already at 1971 followers and I want to reach the 2K followers before the end of the year. I would really appreciate a follow and the link will be in the description of today's video. But before you do, let's dive straight into Bitcoin. We can see Bitcoin in a local uptrend doing pretty okay, and we have been predicting it. But what will be next for this week? We can also see right now Bitcoin is approaching resistance. We're going to dive straight into it. Why we are approaching resistance? As we can see, we are already sweeping the previous week high. Okay, so our next liquidity objective on the weekly time frame will be the previous week low. This is making me a little bit more bearish for this week, since we are creating a wick towards the upside on Monday, and that is usually not a good sign, okay? Because usually when you see green candle, you at least have some type of a wick towards the downside, as we see on the previous candles, okay? Right now we are forming a wick towards the upside at the beginning of the week, and that is usually a bearish sign for a potential red weekly candle, okay? So that is something that we have to take into account already. On the daily time frame, we can also see we are running into resistance relatively soon. Over here, we have this daily level of resistance. You can see green candle followed by red candle, big rejection and a move towards the downside. That is our area of resistance. Even more confluence can be found over here. If we zoom out, we can see that the previous cycle low, the June low over here, is in perfect confluence with the daily level of resistance, okay? So we can see price was trying to close once again above the June low, but it failed to close above. It closed perfectly below and we got a big rejection, okay? So that is also our key area of resistance, once again right there around that 17.6k mark. On the 4-hourly time frame, if we go from swing high to swing low and we switch on the 0.786 fib level, we can see the 0.786 level is at the exact same price. If we take this swing high all the way to this swing low and we switch on the 0.382 fib level, we can also see that the 0.382 fib level is at the exact same area. On top of that, on the 4-hourly time frame, we can also see 4-hour level of resistance once again at this exact same area with massive amounts of confluences. Okay, guys? So we are definitely looking at a massive area of resistance, where on the 2-hourly time frame, we also have our supply area over here. Okay, guys, so massive amounts of confluences, definitely the level to crack for Bitcoin, and also the level where if we are looking to trade the range, which I am currently looking at, this is the level where we should see a potential rejection and where we should visit lower levels. If we do, what will be the first big area of resistance, support I mean, if we go from range low to range high and we switch on the 0.5 fib level, the mid-range, this will definitely be a level of support, okay? So the mid-range of this range is always acting as nice support and resistance, as we can already see over here. Beautiful resistance 3 times, and then it turned into beautiful support, okay? So the mid-range level is definitely a level to keep an eye on as potential support. But we can also see that over here we have imbalances that are yet to be filled, as you can see. And also over here, we have some unfilled imbalances, guys. So we are looking at clear liquidity objectives, as we have already taken out the previous week high. And we are looking to potentially trade towards a previous week low. And we have a massive resistance area over here for Bitcoin, in which I do expect a rejection to occur at this area of resistance, okay? So right now for the current week, I'm leaning a little bit more bearish. The top, it might already be in, but I do believe that we have some room to move a little bit higher before a potential rejection towards the downside, okay? So we have been predicting this entire move towards the upside. Last week, the update, I told you guys we were going to bounce as soon as we were sweeping this low over here, in which we did. And we saw a strong move towards the upside of approximately 9% so far, which is a very decent move towards the upside, guys. I'm not gonna lie. But right now we are running into massive resistance soon, so we have to be careful here. As I always explain to you guys, never be bullish near resistance and never be bearish near support, okay? If we are going to stay in this range, we should see a rejection somewhere over here, or maybe we sweep this high over here before we see a rejection, okay guys? So that is very simple right now for Bitcoin. If we take the current volume of this entire range, we can also see that around this imbalance over here, we also have the point of control, the biggest volume cluster of this current range at the exact same area. Okay, so this is definitely going to be a big level of support for Bitcoin and definitely a potential level where we might see a bounce. Okay, so keep an eye on that level as well. And our next objective will be this area where we also have the previous week low over here and where we have a big support level over here around 15.8 all the way to 15.6k. That is definitely the key support for Bitcoin. Lose that and we will visit new lows, hold this level, and we might see a push towards mid-range over here. Okay guys, very clear for Bitcoin. Let's move over to Ethereum, because guys, the previous Ethereum update played out to the dollar accuracy. As you can see over here, we got an inch perfect bounce. We also longed this bounce in our VIP channel. As you can see over here, I posted it this morning. As you can see, the call is over here, the profits are over here, and we have seen a beautiful bounce and have already hit take profit target number 1. This is why to follow me on Twitter, because I once again reminded you guys of this post over here with this pin over here. Once again reminded you guys that this was probably going to play out, and we can see over here a beautiful bounce exactly at the level that I mentioned, over approximately 5%. Beautiful profits been made, perfect start of the week. But what will be next for Ethereum? Also Ethereum, we can see a little weaker compared to Bitcoin. So what we are also doing right now is forming an SMT divergence. Bitcoin with a higher high and Ethereum with a lower high. And guys, that is a sign of weakness, okay? If Bitcoin is forming higher highs and Ethereum forming lower highs, that is a sign of potential exhaustion. Okay, so that is another sign to be very careful. It is what we call a bearish SMT divergence between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So another sign to be very careful over here. But what can we see on Ethereum is that we have equal highs over here. Okay, perfect equal highs. Definitely a nice liquidity objective in case we go higher. So I do expect Ethereum to take out these equal highs and from up there see a potential sign of rejection. If you get a local break of structure over here on the 50-minute, on the 1-hour time frame, that is a sign for a potential short. Okay, what is another potential scenario for Ethereum is to take out this high over here. Bitcoin is further away from this high to take it out. Ethereum is much closer. So that could also be a potential scenario in which Ethereum will see a potential fake out above that high, get a local break of structure over here, and then see another move towards mid-range. Also for Ethereum, a very clean range, as you can see, as we have 3 perfect pivots, 1, 2, and 3. So what can we target once again? We can once again target the mid-range. If we go from range high to range low, we can see that we have the mid-range level for Ethereum over here beautifully. Okay, so that would be a beautiful target in which we would also take out this sell side liquidity into this demand area where we also have the mid-range, which should act as nice support for Ethereum. Okay, if we take the fixed range volume profile, we can also see, guys, point of control at the exact same area. So we have clear resistance areas for both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and we also have clear support areas for both of them. Okay, so Ethereum definitely clear resistance over here, as you can see. Why? daily level of resistance, and once again a perfect daily level of resistance at the exact same level. So if Ethereum wants to move higher, if we go on the 4-hourly time frame, it needs a solid candle close above this key level over here, and in that case I do expect a potential move to this buy side liquidity, take it out, get a break of structure, and visit the mid-range for Ethereum. Okay guys, so Ethereum could potentially take out the buy side liquidity, so I would not be looking to take a limit short on Ethereum, but if you take out that liquidity, get a break of structure, it would definitely be a valid short towards the mid-range, towards the point of control, potentially even lower. In that case, we would take out this low into probably this imbalance or into this imbalance over here with this demand, as you can see. So for Ethereum and for Bitcoin, the objectives are really clear. Potentially a local top could be in, but I do expect us to move a little bit higher before we see a potential rejection, as we are forming wicks towards the upside on the weekly time frame on both Bitcoin and Ethereum, as you can see. So let's remove this for a second. We can see also for Ethereum forming a wick towards the upside, and that is always a bearish sign. We haven't taken out the previous week high yet on Ethereum, so that is definitely a potential scenario. Take out that weekly high, go towards the previous week low, in which we also haven't tested this weekly level of support yet. Okay, so the objectives are very clear in my opinion, guys, for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Not too hard, very simple, very clear. If you have any questions about the upcoming week, obviously scenarios might change. If we see a clear breakout, I will update you guys on that on Twitter, in my free Discord, in my VIP channel, in my Telegram group. So definitely make sure to join all of those. The links will be in the descriptions. And if you have any questions, please make sure to ask me in the description as well, in the comments, and I will answer all of your questions. Okay guys, thank you very much. I think the objective is clear. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys on Wednesday's update. Bye bye.